Peace and blessings, beautiful people. Peace and blessings. This is Empress Imani, and welcome to this episode of Sacred Love Lessons. So today, you guys, it is all about you, and we want to celebrate you today. You know, I was listening to the song Celebrate by Kool and the Gang, and it just made me feel so good. Before long, I was up dancing with wife goddess Elisa, and it was just a way to raise our vibration. And I got to thinking, why wait, right? You know how in the African American community, when someone leaves this dimension and they go to the next one, we have a homegoing service, or we call it a homegoing celebration. And, you know, during this time, we honor that person. We talk about everything that they've accomplished, and we just really, honor them, right? Well, my thing is, why wait? Why wait until you leave this dimension to be honored? Why not honor yourself now? And why wait for someone else to do it, right? So today is all about celebrating you, right? And we're going to start off by, how do you do that? By being your authentic self. And now, what does it mean to be your authentic self? Being your authentic self is about being who you are at your core. Whatever that is, whoever you are, being that. It means that your thoughts, your words, your actions are all in complete and full alignment. For example, you're not somebody who has feelings for someone else. Okay. You know how we see these romantic movies where a woman, she could be crushing on this guy and she got feelings for him, but she's not telling him. She's not speaking, hey, dude, I really care for you. I'd like to get to know you better. I'm interested in you. I'm attracted to you, or whatever word you want to use, right? She's not being open with how she really feels. Instead, she's being deceptive, and she's pretending like she don't care, she don't like this guy, and, yada, yada, yada. But deep down inside, she really, really is feeling him, right? So in that example, her thoughts, words, and actions are not in full and complete alignment. Now, the flip side of that, let's say you have someone who says, hey, I love you, I want to be with you, I want to get to know you. And they're letting that other person know that, right? And that's how it was with Wife Goddess and I. We were very open with how we felt, what we wanted in the relationship, what we wanted out of life, where we saw our life going, and how we wanted to get to know each other, to see if we could have that together, to see if our life, our sacred purpose was in alignment. And yes, the answer is yes, it is, right? So that's one example of being your true and authentic self. Now, when you celebrate yourself, right, you want to walk every day in who you are, whatever that is. If today your hair is purple and tomorrow your hair is green, shout out to Amber over at Wandering Suit, because she changes her hair color all the time. Shout out to you, Mama, because she lives her authentic life. She shows up every day as her authentic self, and we appreciate that, right? So we celebrate you today, Amber, for being your authentic self. And another way to be your authentic self, right, is to sometimes, right, you might have fake friends. I don't have any fake friends. There was a time where I was surrounded by a lot of fake and phony people who I had good intentions. I had pure intentions toward them. I was really showing them love. I was showing up as my true and authentic self. But these people were liars. They were phonies. They were fraudsters, tricksters. They were showing up as with a mask. And little did I know that all that time behind my back, they had been talking about me. They had been slandering my name. They had been saying all evil and manner things about me. But when they would show up to me, they would show up, with a smile on their face. I had to use my intuition, right, to get divine download to find out what was really going on, right? So all of those people have been cut out of my life, right? So you may want to, look around in your circle and see who you have in your circle. Because sometimes there may be people in your circle. Some of those people can be family too. Okay. Some of those people that were phony were in my family as well, especially as it related to my relationship with wife goddess Elisa. I found out later on, people, came back and told me, hey, this person has been talking about you, blah, blah, blah. And the first time I heard it, I just was like, nah, love wouldn't disrespect, right? Yes, love will disrespect, right? And that's not true love, that's fake love. And so when I started hearing the same thing from multiple people about a certain individual, that's when I knew, okay, this information is true. None of these people, are connected, but the one common denominator was my family member. So I knew the information that they was telling me had to have been true. So sometimes when you are being your authentic self and you are celebrating yourself, right? Not everyone will have your best interest at heart, and you may have to disconnect yourself from those people. And we call that loving people from a distance. We're not saying that, we hate people. We don't hate over here. We're all about love and light here at Sacred Love Lessons. But there are people, a lot of people that I have to love from a distance. They're not a part of my energy field. They're not a part of my reality. We do not talk. They do not get my attention or any of my resources or energy. And I just love them from a distance, right? And I remember the actor, rest in power, Marlon Brando, when he passed away. Oh my God, when he passed away, he had a list of people that he was so clear about that he knew did not have his best interest at heart. He didn't even want those people coming to his homegoing celebration. So at the services, they had a list, and they, security was like, you can't come in here, because that was not what he wanted, right? So even when you leave this dimension, Marlon Brando being the example, you can still have a say on how you can show up, even in spirit, as your true, authentic self. Another way to show up as your true and authentic self is to have action, right? Action to support your thoughts, your words. Because sometimes you have people, like in the first example I gave you, where the girl was just thinking about the guy, but she wasn't expressing herself, she wasn't using her words, and she wasn't taking any action. She was actually being deceptive, because she was doing the opposite, trying to make everybody think that she didn't care about that guy, right? But she did, right? And so then you have people who will use their words, like they will lie, like just lie. They'll tell you, yeah, I'm going to come through. Yeah, I'm going to show up for you, or whatever. People say things all the time, and then they don't keep their word. They lack integrity. And but in that, a lot of times those people never intended to have anything in the first place. And I remember this one person, this brings to mind, had the audacity to tell me that they love me, as if somehow I wouldn't pick up on the energy, right? Which I did. I knew what the person was saying was a lie. So the person was trying to, quote unquote, offer a fake love. It was fake. The person never intended to have a solid relationship. The person was just trying to use me for money and resources and energy and whatever else they could get, right? Because the person was just really a not so good person, and they just use people. They were very manipulative, very deceptive, and they just use people, right? So you'll have some people who will use words of love, but it'll be fake love. They're saying I love you, but they're only saying that to get something from you. Now, historically it has been where a guy will say I love you to a female in order to get sex. Now, it doesn't have to be, gender specific, okay? It could be person A, person B. Person A will say, I love you to person B, but they really don't. They have no intention on sharing love and being open emotionally. What they're doing is they're saying that to get sex. Then you may have another person who will say, oh, I love you or whatever, but that person just really wants stability, right? There may not be any love at all in the relationship. It could just be, well, this person is a good provider. This person has money and they pay the bills and they have good credit. And I figure if I get with them, even though I don't love them, then I could still have a stable home environment. At least this is what they're thinking, okay? This is not my position. These are not the values that I hold or that we hold here at Sacred Love Lessons, but this is how some people think, and I have encountered that, right? I have encountered that, where I remember at one point, this person that I was with, where I was working at that time, I was working like 100 hours a week, no lie. And so I was working on 2 major cases. I was still practicing law at the time. I was working 2 major cases. And I would work all day on one case, and then I would switch and go to the other case. And I wasn't leaving the office until like midnight, right? And the person that I was with was cheating. I found out this person was cheating online, talking to people online and those things, right? And that the only reason why he was with me in the first place was because, at least at that time, was because I had money, resources, good credit, and he was just using me for the stability. So there was no love. That's not love. A lot of people, again, back to words, they will tell you that they love you, but that's really not love. So you have to celebrate yourself. And that's what this episode is all about. I am here to encourage you to pour the love, the energy, right, that you give out to everybody else. Pour the love back into yourself. Love you today. Love everything about you today. You don't have to be perfect. No one is perfect, okay? No one is perfect. But you are perfectly made for just who you are for this time, right? For this time, for such a time as this. No matter what happens in life, right? You are who you are. You deserve love, right? You deserve love. And it is okay to be who you are. Celebrate you, right? A lot of people look at me as weird. They do. I don't give a shit. You guys know that, right? Okay. But the secret between you and I, right? I really don't care. And a lot of people saw me or see me as weird. And then in the same breath, those same fake and phony people are inspired. They'll never tell you that. They'll never tell you that they are inspired by your free spirit, by your ability to get up and go and live your dreams, to go after the things that you want. See, when you're operating in your true, authentic self, you will get up and you will put forth action. You will be in complete alignment with your thought, words, and action. And you will put forth action to go pursue the things that you want. You won't be out here people pleasing. You won't be, having to go to this person, that person, asking this person for advice, asking that person for advice. You will listen to your own intuition. You will listen to divine guidance from the Most High, right? To your spiritual team, the Most High, your spirit guides, right? Your angels, your orishas, your guardian angels. You will listen to them and be divinely guided. So there will be no need to go consult people. Because oftentimes what happens, and I've seen this with people, where you go ask somebody, and I've seen people do that, where they say, girl, if I was you, I would, you fill in the blank. Or, I can't believe you doing that. Or, why you like that person? Why you with this person? And a lot of times, those people that you are actually going to for advice, some of those people don't even like you. Okay? I'm just being honest with you. Some of those people don't like you. They don't have your best interests at heart. They want to see you fail. A lot of them, most of them, if not all of them, are afraid to pursue their own dreams and goals. And so it's like misery loves company. They want you to stay right there in the box with them. instead of you going out and doing whatever it is that you want to do, being free, being who you are. And when they see other people being their authentic self, being free, then they will, persecute them, talk about them, slander their name, spread rumors about them, lies, things that are not true. They will do that. But if you are the person, right, the free spirit that I am speaking to today, we celebrate you, we honor you. Go out and live your life, live your dreams. Whatever it is that you've always wanted to do, write it down on a piece of paper. Come up with a plan on how, you're going to accomplish the goal. You don't have to have the whole thing at one time. All you have to do is know the next most appropriate step. You can be divinely guided with every step. My steps are ordered. I am divinely guided to the people, the places, the things that I go to. I am divinely guided to those things. I consult with the Most High. I consult with my angels. I ask my higher self, show me the way, show me the next step. And I know that I know the next step, right? Sometimes you have to quell the noise. Turn off the TV, unplug the phone, get off social media. Sometimes you have to isolate yourself from people. We call that hermit mode. You go into hermit mode. Anytime I need some answers, I go into hermit mode, especially when it's about something really heavy. I go into hermit mode, right? And you can do that. And just ask yourself, you already know the answers. Everything that you need is already inside of you. But you have to be able to hear and listen to your intuition. And you already know the next most appropriate step in every area of your life. Celebrate that, right? Celebrate your strengths. Celebrate the lessons. Here at Sacred Love Lessons, we do not believe in mistakes. Everything is as it should be. If you're on a detour, aka you're learning lessons, learn the lesson as quickly as possible so you can get back on path. Then you take that wisdom forward with you. You Sankofa, right? You take the wisdom forward with you so you can avoid those pitfalls, right? You can avoid those pitfalls in the future. You can make your present moments even more enjoyable, even more loving, more peaceful every day. Celebrate you today. This is your homework, okay? Here's your homework. Get in the mirror. Don't matter which mirror. It could be the car mirror, a hand mirror. It could be whatever mirror. It could just be your reflection off a window. But get in the mirror and say to yourself, self, I celebrate you today. I love you. You are amazing. And I celebrate you today. So that's all I have for you today. I hope this episode has been of value to you. Don't forget to like and share and go over to houseofsacredlove.com where you will find online courses that will help you to celebrate yourself today. And until we speak again, be the light.